Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. I see so many people already there connected. It is Saturday, so it's weekend, everyone is free today, that's really a great news. We are back on the channel for the press conference of Max Allegri. Let me first say, I'm sorry that I was not here post-game of Nantes. I was not live on the channel, unfortunately. I'm still sick, I'm still not feeling better. This is a problem, this is a real problem, it doesn't go away. One day it's a bit better, one day it's a total disaster, but anyway, we are here. We will try to make it short because I really like to do it, translating it live. The words of Max Allegri that will start in 7-8 minutes, so we will do it together. If you are asking yourself, why is Beppe having a cap? It's because you don't want to hear or you don't want to see what my hair looks like. It's a total disaster. Anyway, ciao to everyone. Thank you also to Radovan that just became a member of the channel for the third consecutive month, I see, saying ciao Beppe, I hope the flu is gone. Not yet, I miss the lives. Well, at least we are here in the afternoon to do it together, my friends. Let me say hello to Helicopter, to Stylergy, to Bogdan, to Apex, but also to Stavros, to Sasha, Rise on Cross, Michael Razo, Shervin is there as well with hello everyone. I hope that everyone is feeling better now. Not me. Ciao Steve Cano, ciao Johnny. What a timing to log in. Yeah, it's early because the press conferences are early because then they will travel to Spezia. You know that we are playing away. We are not playing in our home. Ciao Marian again. Rise and Cross. Oh, the sick. Yeah, I'm sick. Ciao Tariq. Ciao my friend. Ciao Risencross, ciao Mark. Mark is saying, first of all, I hope you're all doing better and thank you for updating us. No, don't say thank you for you to be here today. Ciao to Sir Raz Muhammad, ciao Juventini. Hey, all, you know what, before starting, guys, really thank you because a lot of you under the video of Not, you could have been really super angry because we did 1-1, the result, the referee, whatever you wanted, you could be pissed off and mad into the comments. You know that a lot of people, they said, Beppe, I hope you're doing well. And this is really appreciated. Guy, I have a game. I have a game. And I want to start with that game. Before starting the press conference, let's see if yes or no. We will try to find it. Guys, here. You have everything already set up for the press conference of later. What is the game? Look, I have 10 quotes. 10 quotes of Max Allegri for the press conference of today. I will try to show you in a second. Here they are. Hopefully you can read them. So we have 10 quotes. 1. Tomorrow is important. 2. It will be a difficult game. 3. It will be against a physical team. 4. What about the trident? Will we see the trident again? I need to think. We play versus Nantes on Thursday. Rotation. The 5th one, Pogba, step by step. He needs time. 6th, watch the... we have to watch the one that are ahead of us. 7th, pay attention to the one behind us. 8th, Bonucci will play tomorrow. 9th, give continuity after Salernitana and Fiorentina result. 10th, Quadrado starts. We have 10 quotes here. With a poll, we start with a poll. How many of these quotes will Max Allegri say? So we go. I will log in so that I'm able to do a quote. It's a game, okay? It's a game. It's a game. We will try to guess it before the start. How many of them? I see already Sir that is saying at least 8 of them. I will put a poll on so that the people are able to vote. So we go with start a poll. How many of the quotes will be said? So minimum 3 I saw in the comments. Minimum 3. What else? Let's go with 5. Okay, 5. Then we have let's put 5 to 6. 5 to 6. Let's put 7. I can only put 7 to... wait. 4 or less. Let's do it like that. 5 to 7. Okay. 8 or 9. And then the last one is all of them. 10 on 10. It's difficult when you have only 4 choices. Huh? So you have the time before the press conference starts. You have the time now to vote what it will be. 4 or less. 5 to 7, 8 or 9 or all of them. I will stop from the moment that Max Allegri will start speaking. Here are they. We will follow them also live, and from the moment that they are there, we will go with highlighting them so that we know, yes, he said it or no, he didn't, so that we can follow it right during the live. I'm curious about what you will vote, guys. I'm really curious. At the moment, the 5 to 7 is winning with 45%. Mirza, ciao Mirza. Beppe, what do you think? How should sound a honest press conference? But it depends about the question that are asked. You know, at the end, depending on the question, are they a good question or not versus not. For example, I saw a lot more questions. The press conference was also much longer because it's UEFA, because you have timing to respect, because you have 2 protagonists, you have a player, you have the coach. But I saw that there were a lot more better question, more solid question. Then of course, if you're asking how will you play today, you go with I don't know. But of course I understand it in a way, because revealing we will play with a trident or we don't play with a trident makes no sense in a way, because you are also giving advantage to the other team to know yes or no you will play. I don't know about what an honest press conference can be. What I love to see personally, my own opinion, what I love to see a lot is the facial expressions. The facial expressions where and what words are repeated, if there is a smile after something that has been said, if it's a bit more serious, when you start to be a bit more angry, because then you start to understand a lot of things. I love to see the press conference because it shows you the emotions, what you can't go with just reading the press release. When you are going on Twitter, on social network, also on the Juve site, you just read it, you have a black and white, you are missing so much. Also some words are not always translated correctly that are playing a really important role. In Italian language, words used are so important. So I don't know, Mirza. Honest, of course, if and then it also depends. If there is a question about Paul Pogba and he says, I don't know when he will be back, I have absolutely no idea. It's step by step, but I don't believe we will see him this week and maybe not even next week. If people start every single game to say maybe Pogba will be there because we saw him running, while 2 days ago the coach is telling you no, he will not be there, then it's not the press conference that is important, it's what people are making about it. And that's why I really love to do the live translation more than writing them, just because I love to translate what exactly has been said. Should start from a moment to another. I will take away here the Word document for a second so that you can see the beautiful face of Max Allegri waiting for the press conference to start. I will try also to already set up the audio so that I'm able to hear it. Let me change this here. Okay. Let me change the language. Oh, attention, I was a few seconds behind. So we already started. Wait, Okay, we start. Guys, I will stop the poll. What about tomorrow? How will the game be tomorrow? So, the question about the game of tomorrow, we start. It will be a Serie A game. We have to continue what are our objectives in that moment. We have Torino, Udinese, and Monza that are at the same points as us. Luckily, we were able to beat Fiorentina and they are behind us. We have the 2 teams in front of us, and we will try to reach them. Spezia will be a complicated game. It will be a difficult game. It's a team that is creating a lot. What they did versus Napoli, Atalanta, they had a lot of attempts also on the 0-0. The games are never ending. So we have to do a right game with a lot of paying attention, being determined, especially in a technical part. Question. Entering in details. Can it be physiologic? Can it be normal for a player to say that the Europa League is now difficult? On Thursday, there is Europa League again. Can they give up a bit in Serie A, thinking only about not? And the answer of Allegri is we gave ourselves many objectives, the one of going up step by step in ranking in Serie A. Regardless of what's happening outside of the field, what happened and what will happen that we don't know at the moment. At the moment, we don't know what will happen. What we have to do, we have to work on what the points that we did on the field. Otherwise, we will lose the reality. At the moment, we did 44 points. And that's where we have to continue to work on. Europa League, it's not over. In Europe, winning games is always difficult. But football can be strange. Even playing part of a game where we could do better. But except of that part, we had a lot of attempts that we had to score and that we didn't score. And on that one, we are working to be more accurate in front of goal. Giovanni Albanese. Due to the lack of playing recuperation time, can we see some rotation tomorrow? Can we see some players resting tomorrow? Allegri. Except of the ones that are playing every 3 days and they are used to it. Regarding tomorrow, Chiesa will not be at disposal. Chiesa was really tired. Perin will be back. We still have 1 day to recuperate. Perin will be there. There will be some changes. Chiesa will not be there tomorrow. That's one of the breaking news, guys. Ken, Perin and Urugani are playing tomorrow. Bonucci feeling better, but he can't start tomorrow. The other ones I need to decide. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. We have to be better in moments of the game, like last time versus Nantes. And after the 1-0, we slow down. We slowed down the circulation of the ball. We were really slow and we were not that convinced to score that second goal, something that we had to do. Unfortunately, we conceded on the only time that Nantes went in front. But it's showing also that Nantes is a team that has always been in the game. We went out, we lost focus, and at the first attempt they punished us. we don't need people to have pity of us, comprehension of us. We have to continue to do an amount of points, whatever and regardless what is happening of the situation tomorrow, out of the field. But regarding Europe, it's again showing that in Europe there are no easy games. Versus Nantes, we have to play in their home now, showing and playing a game that is showing that we can access to the next round, and we have the possibility to do it. Romeo Agresti, what about Huysen? What about his performance? Can we see him in first team already this season? Huysen. Allegri, the guy and the kit is really great, but this year there were already 5 or 6 kits that went into the first team, and I'm really happy about it. Next year, why not? But this year, we have to finish the year how it is, and next year, let's see which kits we have to keep with us, with boys, needs to have more playing time. Ciao, Tom. I became grandfather. It was really a strange situation for me. It's strange because when my daughter was born, it was one situation. Having a grandson is something totally different. First time he smiled today. About the goals away, we have to be much better. We have to be much better in the goals away because we did 9 away games and 9 times we scored, but only 9 goals. So it's not something good. We have to do much better. Already last season, the percentage of goals scored, the conversion of them, were really low. Nicola Balice, Corriere dello Sport. "16 games where Juventus conceded 1 goal and only 2 of them Juventus won. How is it possible? Why is it so difficult when you concede a goal to win?" Max is saying, we thought about that. It's something that we need to improve. It's more a mental thing. It's impossible for us to think that in a season you never concede. You have to understand when you concede a goal that you still have a lot of time to score and to come back and to win a game. After the 1-1 of Nantes, for example, we still had 30 minutes. We had to play faster. We had to be tranquilly when playing, looking for that second goal and maybe that third one. But on that aspect, we are still not balanced enough. So we started on Thursday. We played really, really well. Then we started to slow down. From the moment that we start again, we went faster and stronger than we needed to. We have to find a balance into the game. So he's actually explaining a bit of tactics. Not bad. You can agree or disagree, but the explanation are not bad. I want to come back on that one. He's speaking again about the last time, about the supporter in the stand that were insulting the players on the field. He said, For me, it's not correct to whistle players that are about to enter. Whatever happens, it's not correct. Regarding the last time on television, after not, probably I was wrong. But I can be criticized and accept to be criticized about a lot of things, that the team is playing bad, that we are not doing a lot of points. But on facts, for me, it's not okay. If you are criticizing me on fake facts, it's something that is not correct. Speaking about the last time that people were saying about on Sky, I will come back on that one. I can accept a lot of things, that I am a bad trainer, mediocre trainer, that my teams are not performing as people want to. It's criticism. I accept that, but not about the numbers. Numbers are numbers. Numbers are facts. I continue to explain because I want to make some things clear. I will explain again the Cortomuso because it's something clear. Cortomuso was directed explaining towards a championship, about the difference of winning Serie A. Winning 1 point or winning 30 points, it's the same. It's the one that wins with 1 point that is the winner. And that thing has been totally changed in towards my philosophy of analyzing one single game. That thing has been totally changed in terms of words, and that's not correct. I never said that. That being said, I don't have a bad reaction when I got criticized, because you can have a different opinion as mine, and none of us is correct or bad. Because you can have a different opinion as mine that is probably correct or maybe wrong, whatever, but football is something that you can discuss, and that's the beauty of football. But speaking and changing numbers to reflect a total different reality is something that I don't accept. Yesterday, when I went to see my grandson that just born, there was a paper on him and it was already written, "Grandpa, please, no 1-0." He's awake. The grandson is awake. Yeah, he just said that there was a paper on his grandson saying, "No, grandpa, please, no 1-0s anymore." About the management, that I'm always alone, it's not true. The company, the management is strong. Juventus has a strong management. The history of Juventus has always been huge and big, and I always said that the results with different players, with different coaches, the basis of it, the fundamentals are a big company, are a big club. Different players, different people that are interpreting it, but at the fundamentals of everything, it's a big club. It's over. Okay, what do I have to translate? What do I have to translate? What do I have to translate? Wait. So wait, before continuing, because I remember you said in the poll, 42% said between 5 and 7. Tomorrow is important, but he said it will be a difficult game. He didn't speak about a physical team. He didn't say that. Trident again, he didn't say it. Why? Because he anticipates saying that Chiesa will not be there, so there were no question about the Trident, so we can't speak about that. Didn't speak about Pogba. He said watch the one ahead of us, but he also spoke about Bologna and not Fiorentina, but who is behind us? There are two teams that are really there. Empoli, if I'm not wrong. There are two teams that are, I don't know the ranking. Wait, let me check the ranking because he spoke about both of them, saying Bologna and Empoli. He spoke about Bologna and Empoli that we have to pay attention. So we have to put that, of course, in yellow. He didn't speak about Bonucci, that he would play because he's not ready to start. Give continuity after Salernitana and Fiorentina. He didn't really say that way. Quadrado starts. No, he didn't say that. By the way, Quadrado. No, he didn't even speak about it at all. So 1, 2, 3. Mamma mia, disaster. Only 3 on 10. How many of you were right? Nobody. Yeah, 4 or less. 11%. 11% of you were right in what he would said. I was expecting much more. Wait, guys, today we were wrong. We were totally wrong. Anyway, this is what it is. Okay, I saw a few of your comments while translating. Radovan said 3. Grande Radovan. But didn't you say minimum 3? Because 3 or minimum 3 is different. Let's go and translate because so many things has been said about Chiesa. We already know 3 players that will play tomorrow: Keane, Rugani, Perin. We know that Bonucci will not start. We spoke about Huijsen. We spoke about the Cortomuso theory that has been explained. The jokes about the 1-0 and his grandson. Tactical breakdown of Naut. For one of the first time in press conference, he starts explaining a bit about that, which is great, which is beautiful, to at least speak a bit about football. Then we can agree or disagree. Yeah? Nobody cares about that. Or we care, of course we care. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that at least we start speaking about football. So what are you writing? Piccolo Allegri masterclass? Yeah, I know. A lot of people now, they are praising the grandson of Max Allegri. Of course, Otman, the 1-0 is better than the 3-3. Of course, that's a fact. Stavros, Max protect the players, and when it matters, he takes his responsibility, unlike some other managers who are blame shifter. It's true. Steve Cano, funny that Allegri can share the 1-0 of his family moment. Grande. Juan, Adeyemi to me is better controlling the ball on positioning. I will take over Vlahovic not being able to control it. I don't know why you're speaking about that now, but okay, I accept. Okay, let's go in a recap of what has been said. Starting, of course, seeing that tomorrow will be a difficult game versus Spezia. Spezia is a team that in some big games like versus Atalanta or even Napoli, before losing at Napoli, because everyone is losing at Napoli, like yesterday, for example, they won again 2-0. Fantastic team, deservedly first, Napoli. Well, they are in the game. They create a lot, they try, and then at a certain moment they have some difficulties, but it's a team that you have to respect, you have to pay attention for too, like all the teams in Serie A, but also in Europe. Every team in the world needs to pay attention. It's something obvious. Of course, he's saying that you can't go there and saying, hey, it's Spezia, okay, fingers in the nose, we will win whatever happens, because it's not true. It's not true. So he started with that. Then immediately the big bomba, Chiesa will not be there. He praised the physical condition of Federico Chiesa after Fiorentina. That means that he was really able to recuperate super fast after Fiorentina to play 90 minutes. He's the only one in that Trident that was able to play versus not 90 minutes. So that means that he's growing. But as we said on the channel so many times, Federico Chiesa is a player that you can't be confident on until the end of the season, until a new total preparation. Why? Because he's coming from an ACL. So that means that he will have these top games, turbo, dynamism, and so on, these moments of dopamine that is saying go now, and actually that the brains is going over the legs that are motivating him to go faster, to go and to try faster and better. On the other side, you have these moments of the game or of the return part of the season where Federico Chiesa will have some difficulties to recuperate and so on. It's part of that process, and it's a real pity, of course, but it was something that I already anticipated, I already planned. If you know a bit of the history of football, of these long injuries, if you observed Juve players, but also other players, you know it. It's a pity. On the other hand, I prefer him to rest a full week to be ready for the return game versus Nantes than having him at half service versus Spezia, traveling to France, half service versus Europa League. So I can understand it, but Federico Chiesa will not be at disposal tomorrow. So that means that we will not see them playing. If we are looking at the starting three, that means Perin, Rugani and Moiskin, let me open the tactical pad so that we can start building around it. That's an important one. I will continue to read your question and then also see the rest of the press conference of Max Allegri. So if we are opening it, let me open. Let me open. So we have to take away Szczesny, Bremer, that is not there. We have to take away Vlahovic because Keane will play, most probably. And then, who else do we have that are sure to start? So we have Rugani. Guys, here I don't expect a lot of crazy things. Perini in the goal, Rugani, Danilo, Sandro. I believe that's it. No other, I believe we all agree on that will be the starting 11 of tomorrow. Rugani in the middle, he already plays in that position. Danilo on the right, Sandro here. Then if we look towards the striker with Moiskin that will play, probably Locatelli being back. With Miretti out. Guys, I don't know if tomorrow we'll see again. It depends on the level of Cuadrado. Cuadrado had fever, so it's not an injury that Cuadrado had. So I believe that Cuadrado will be back. Help me, guys. I believe that can be Kostic rested versus Nantes. Locatelli rested versus Nantes. Rabiot is one that will always play. My question is about Fagioli, guys. My question is about Fagioli. On the other hand, he played only a bit more than one half. We don't have a lot of midfielders. You know that tomorrow versus Spezia, I could think something like that. Would be crazy, yeah? Would be really crazy. But why not? I don't know. I have a feeling. Guys, am I crazy if I do something like that? Am I crazy if I do something like that? Let me put the players bigger if you want to, so that you are really able to see them a bit better, even with the faces, with the name. That can be. Why? Because I saw that Max gave... I start understanding also how Max is thinking. Sawing the trust that he gave to Soulé that didn't pay it back. Soulé was not able to find his position off the field. Most of the time, you know, Max is one that is giving more trust. You know, like, okay, it happens. Here, immediately, your game of revenge. Show me what you got. That can be one of the solutions tomorrow. That can be potentially one of the solutions. Who else is there? Milik is not there. Wait, let us go through eliminating. Paredes, he will not play. Pogba neither. Chiesa neither. You have Ealing Jr., but Ealing Jr. will play for Kostic if he plays. Vlahovic will rest. Di Maria is the only one that can play up front. Bremer is not there. Bonucci is not ready to start. Milik is injured. Miretti is injured. Gatti. That's it, guys. That's it. That's what can potentially happen. So the only doubt is Fagioli or Di Maria. I don't think that Paredes starts again. Or Paredes can potentially start tomorrow and resting versus resting or not playing versus not. Eh. Veritas, Beppe is in Allegri's head. Yeah, yeah. Let's continue with what he said before speaking again about the lineup. So we know that Keane, Perin, Rugani will play tomorrow. Bonucci is not ready to start. Can he enter? Depending on the score, because we know it. Changing in defense when the score is tight is not the smartest thing that you can do in football, where you don't change when things are tight. Of course, if you are winning 3-0, you have the possibility to do it. If you have to change to go towards a 4-man defense, then you can potentially change. If you continue to play with the same defense, the score is tight, we don't know. But Bonucci apparently is not ready to start. Huijsen, that was a really great question from Romeo Agresti to Max Allegri. What about Huijsen? Max, he noticed him, he saw him. I know from inside sources that he's really observing him, that a lot of time he's also calling him to train with the first team. So it's a player that he's trusting in. But it makes no sense to have a player that comes from the under-17, promoted this season with the under-19, halfway the season, too good to play with the under-19. He's playing now with continuity in his under-23 with the next gens, to call him up and trusting on him in the first team to save something that I don't know why we should mix up at the moment. Not having Bonucci, okay, but starting Huijsen tomorrow would make no sense when you have a player like Rugani on the bench. It is still your first team player. If things are going bad, you are killing Huijsen tomorrow. You're destroying him. So I think that it's totally correct to not have Huijsen yet from the remaining part of the season. He didn't say no, but he said, let's give him time. We already have 5-6 players. And if you see that the continuity that they have at the moment, we are criticizing already Miretti. Now he's injured. Fagioli, my friend RB Combs, that is also now part of the channel, that is doing fantastic edits. I don't know if you were able to see the two edits, one of Sule, one of yesterday Fagioli. When yesterday he did Fagioli, we promoted also on Twitter. I saw some people that are really naughty, but really naughty, yeah, really bad people on earth. I was a bit shocked. So instead of saying, beautiful video, or great work, or beautiful Fagioli, it's nice to see a youth product in first team playing with regularity, because this is what we were asking, because he deserves it. No, instead of that, the comments, one comment, let's not exaggerate. The one comment was, why are you not showing the bad pass that he did versus not? His missed pass that cost us the goal. So you see, people are really bad. Really, really bad. I don't understand these kind of things, but anyway, we respect everyone. Everyone is entitled to have an opinion, and unfortunately, social media has great things and also bad things. But it's a pity to see these kind of things. So Huijsen, if tomorrow he starts and he play a bad game, well, people will insult him, his mother, his grandmother. They will even insult De Ligt. Why? Because he did a picture with him 2 years ago. Anyway, so I think it's correct on that one. Let's not burn players too fast. If you are in a team where everything is perfectly oiled, when you have mechanism, when you are playing... No, it's not for me, guy. Mohammed, it's not for me. It's just to explain a situation. I don't care. It's just to explain a situation of the new reality we are living in. I don't care. It's just that I read the positive comments and they're really great, and then you see also some people that are really bad. But it's a phenomenon that you can't just ignore. It's the reality of today. So I understand that you want to protect 17 years old players that are coming from a week where it was a magical week. Let him serve on that magical week. Because then I start seeing already people now with, he's the hero. We want Huijsen in first team like we wanted everyone in first team, Maraleake, and so on and so on. And then you discover after 2-3 games that they are probably not at the level yet. So tranquilli. Speaking about the tactical breakdown about not, he said that we have to do much better in being able to balance the game in certain moments. He explained it in different parts. He said we started fantastically well, the way we had to play, and that's what we did. Then, at a certain moment, we slowed down, and we slowed down too much the game, but really too much. And at a certain moment, we accelerate again, but probably accelerating in a way that we should not have accelerated. So we should have go back and accelerated the game, but probably not how we did. Because if you're looking, and this is what he explained how we concede that goal. And that's why I was, I made a post-game video. I was not happy about our performance. I was not happy about Max Allegri's management of the game, because at the end, he's the coach. So I was not happy about the performance, about the result, but I didn't speak about a lot of things, but there were some good things to analyze. I didn't speak a lot about it, but when I see online a lot of remarks about the game that I can even respect, there was something that I didn't understand, guys. Logically, I try to understand it logically. People are saying, this is because you don't take risks. You don't dare the game. So that's why we did 1-1. Because you are not taking your chances. Because you're, when some people said bad luck because of the post that you hit it 2 times with Chiesa, 1 time with Di Maria, with a penalty not given, and so on and so on. People said, it's a bit of bad luck as well. Some people were answering them, yeah, but no, because you have to look for good luck. If you are not looking for good luck, then you fall. Like, for example, when Milan is shown to have the most penalties in the last 10 years, what will Milanisti tell you? And they are correct. They will tell you we have more penalties because we are a team that is going more into the box. If you are more in the box than other teams, you have more percentage possibilities to have accorded a penalty, which is in a way correct. Why I didn't agree with some comments is because in the game of Nantes, when you're slowing down, it's a mistake from Juve. You should have not slowed down. But it's not right when they are saying that we didn't win because we didn't attack. No, because actually we lose the 3 points from the moment that we attack. Because if you look, when do we concede that goal? At the only counter-attack from Nantes, because we were, with all of our players, super high on the field. That's the thing. That's the problem. But that doesn't mean that Juventus doesn't need to attack. Juventus attacked versus Nantes a lot of times. But the problem is that Juventus was not accurate, not convinced enough, not balanced enough. And this is what Max Allegri was explaining today. We were not balanced in different moments of the game. First, we attack really well. Then we slow down for a mysterious reason. We slow down. The ball is circulating without any purpose. We are there. And then we attack again in that second half. We attack again, but totally unorganized. Like if we had to score the 2-1, but it was still 1-0 for Juventus. It was not 1-1 yet at that moment. So you are going totally unprepared up front, losing concentration, and that's also bad. It's also bad to go like chicken without head, running. This is what he tries to explain. And he's correct on that one. Then, is he responsible for it? Yes, he is the coach. Yes, of course. But he's not blaming one player. He's blaming a situation that happened versus Nantes, something that the team with him as a coach needs to improve. So I really loved that tactical breakdown of really explaining what happened versus Nantes, which I think is totally correct. You can blame Juventus for being a team that is not attacking enough. You can blame Juventus for not showing offensive football enough, and I totally agree because this is what we see. Unfortunately, this is what we see with Allegri since the last 2 seasons, this season and last season. Versus Nantes, I don't agree. I agree that we made a really bad mistake in managing the way we had to attack. Then he explained also that Cortomuso theory. Cortomuso that he explained years ago that it was speaking about a championship that you win, and at the end, you win it with 1 point or with 12 points, 15, 20, 100 points. Difference, it makes in the books nothing. It's only the one that is winning with 1 point that is going and win that Scudetto. That is the theory of the Cortomuso, that people change the narratives. That's it. Then I love the question from Nicola Balice that we saw when I reported also in the Telegram group. And that's something that since really long, I was telling you, I have one fear with that team is how will the team be able to react when we will concede one goal. Well, yesterday I already reported that in the Telegram group, and apparently Nicola Balice already saw it on Twitter, not in my group, on Twitter from Antonio Corsa, that in the last, no, in this season, 16 games we conceded at least one goal, and in these 16 games we only won twice. So that means that it's a team that had a really big difficulty. The nice thing is that Max said, I know, and we are already working that. It's something that we already saw and noticed. So at least they are aware. Let's see if we will be able to win a game now when we concede a goal. Okay, this was the press conference of Max Allegri, guys. The important things are Chiesa, we know it. Bonucci not ready. We can go back in probably this one. He didn't speak about Sule. Fagioli Sule can be. We are playing on Sunday. We still have days, so Fagioli could potentially start. Fagioli didn't play well. He did a big mistake on that 1-1. So here you have a question mark. Who can play between Sule and Fagioli? That's the big question. That's the big question. Then attenzione, guys. You can also play like this, huh? You can eventually also play like this. I know you will not be happy, but to manage the strength into the midfield with Fagioli resting, that can be another solution. To unlock a Locatelli, and then you are playing a bit more like this. Can be also a solution. I tell you, 9 on 10 of the 10 on 11 is already done. 10 on 11 is already done. When is this going to improve? It's been 1 season and a half. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, guys, if you have no other questions, Don Simon, I tell you what I think can be wrong, of course. I can be totally wrong, but I believe that Gatti didn't. I don't believe that Gatti passed the test of Juve Serie A. I don't think. Then he can play to. Nah. I don't know if he can play tomorrow. I don't know. I tell you what I think. I saw Gatti a lot of time in difficulties this season when it's an aggressive player, a player that we like to see, pushing, because they are showing us, these old style grinta players that are following their man, going in anticipation. But for me, he showed a lot of how can I say? Less security, much more of a improvisation, more than and going with instinct. I think it's for him. It was a big step from Serie B to Serie A, and with Juve, I think it's a bit difficult for him. He showed already some. I'm not sure. Ciao, Mikey. Sorry, I'm late. Hope you are feeling better. No, I'm not. I'm not, by the way. I will close the live. 50 minutes. We translated, we explained a bit. Because you see, I start having again some fever. But I don't want to give up on Gatti. I still hope he can do it. My thing is, at the moment, from what we saw from Federico Gatti, it's probably not enough. Not enough. He's not 17. like Huijsen. He's not 19 like Sule. He's already a player that had huge experiences as a starter for diverse seasons, not in Serie A, but growing. And that's due to himself, due to meritocracy. It's a player that I still, yes, believe in now being the next Chiellini, as some people were calling him. It's a big stretch. Huh? It's really stretch. Then defenders, they have sometimes more maturity towards later in their career, so we have some time. Tomorrow, yes, I think I will be live tomorrow on this channel, doing the watch along on this channel tomorrow. Can be tomorrow, can be, yeah, except if I'm dying, but otherwise we do that. Okay, guys, other questions or we close? Only 65 likes, guys. That's not a lot, huh? Not a lot of likes. 65. Mikey, Gatti went from a Serie B to Juve. He will need time. It's not like he went to a small Serie A team and the adjustment made that year. It's correct. On the other side, Fagioli also comes from Cremonese that was playing in Serie B last year. You see? And he's 22. But I don't, attention, I'm not here to say Gatti's finished, no. We took a player from second division, we didn't pay that much, we invested in him, the salary is low, so I'm not here to say it's a flop. I'm saying Gatti is a player that needs time to grow and probably can be the player that is, and I believe, correct on a bench of Juve. Because the problem is not Gatti, guys. Huh? On the bench of Juve, the problem is Rugani. And I appreciate Rugani a lot because tomorrow he will again play as a starter and probably he will play a good game, but nobody will say it. The problem with Rugani is, if you are looking at extra field topics, is the salary of Rugani. Because he has a salary, if I'm not wrong, from between the 3.5 and 4. And that's a lot. Then on the field, I don't care about the salary of a player. On the field, I judge the performance. That you are earning 100k or 9 million on the field, I'm judging you for this. Then at the end of the season, if you are telling me, Beppe, what is your 25 list? Who needs to be a starter? Who needs to be on the bench? Then I tell you, Alexandro should not be a starter of my team. But it's true that having Alexandro on the bench for 6 million euro, it's not possible. So for me, Alexandro is a player that we should stop with him next season, okay? Because I'm thinking about everything. This is management then. Rugani, okay. Rugani, how many games did he play? Not a lot. Is it worth to invest so many salary in Rugani? No. Can we sell him? We try. If we can't, because nobody wants to pay the same salary to Rugani, we keep Rugani until the end of his contract. The problem is not Gatti. Gatti, for a 5th or 6th defender on the bench, he's at the right parameters. And taking time when he has the opportunity to play. Hopefully with a solid defense in the future so that he can enter a bit more that mechanism without the Juve being scared to lose a game or not. Anyway. That's also a good one. Sky Sport is saying, remember also Chiellini and Bonucci weren't prospects when they were young. No, attenzione. For Chiellini, I agree, because Chiellini came from Fiorentina, but he was loaned out to Livorno, if I'm not wrong. He was playing in Serie B. We signed the most or the best defender of Serie B. When he came to Juve, he was absolutely not meant to be a starter, but he was a left back. And he started playing some games as a left back with Capello, 2006. Then we went in Serie B. Deschamps changed him. One of the successes or luck of Chiellini was that year in Serie B. Because probably otherwise he would have continued as a left back, never being a top left back in the world, and probably would not have had the career that he had. So on that one, I kind of agree. look, if like next year we play without Europe, we play without new signing, with Alexandro leaving, with Quadrado leaving, with whatever you want, with Bonucci maybe deciding to go somewhere else, he can potentially be a real starter of next season, but it would not be because of we see in him the best defender of the world, but it's more like a necessity like we had in 2006, 2007. And then he can become that new Chiellini. Bonucci, when he played at Barri, guys, I can already tell you. Sorry, but also with the youth academy of Inter, when he played at Barri, with Ranocchia, by the way, that he was already a great prospect. Then Ranocchia was seen stronger than Bonucci. A lot of people told us that we were fooled because Inter took the right one and we took the wrong one. Bonucci did a much better career than Ranocchia at the end. Oh. But I kind of agree. Fagioli is naturally a better player, and Gatti needs to continue to work to improve. Not that Fagioli doesn't. I hope that makes it. Yeah, it makes. One more like and we have 75, which is not the best. Muhammad is saying, Beppe, cheers and thank for the best English Juve content ever. I think with circumstances we can only support a team to do its best with Allegri and players. In summer we rebuild with clarity. I will continue saying what I always said. Thank you, Muhammad. I will continue saying what I always said about Max Allegri since the beginning of the season, when we didn't know, until the moment where we were really in difficulty, and Andrea Agnelli was saying that it was a shame the way that we were playing. Until now, I believe personally that it is the last season of Max Allegri. This is my own belief. This is not what I think. This is not something I heard. This is not a promise that I'm making you. This is my own belief. If we win Europa League, Coppa Italia, whatever, I believe he will say, I'm gone. As a winner, no. Even if you win Europa League, you will not be considered as a winner. But I leave winning something and starting back a new cycle of trophies, because last year we had 0. If it doesn't win, eliminated in Europa League or whatever, then the club will take a decision to stop with him regardless of the 2 more years. That's what I have always believed. Or he can leave, or we will stop with him. What I believe. But I don't enter the game of people that after a win, it's luck. After a win, it's because the opponent were not good enough. After a win, yes, but you play not entertaining football. And after a loss, Allegri out, Allegri out, Allegri out. In a moment where I respect the fact that he's the only one that is defending Juventus. And I know that until the end of the season, he will be the coach. That doesn't mean that I will not criticize him. I criticize him after not for some parts of the games. Where the team lost confidence, where the team were lost, where the team was maybe not even doing what he wanted, but I don't care. You are the coach. The team needs to do what you want. Can happen 1 time, 2 times that the team is not answering correctly or not understanding, but you have to make sure that they understand. So I will continue to criticize, but also praise and finding a balance until the end of the season. Then at the end of the season, we see if at the end of the season Juventus will decide to continue with him, and guys, it is what it is. I will continue to see the negatives and the positives of it. But until then, I don't know. And I will see. I will not. I am already sick, guys. I am already sick. If I start making me sick every single day, the hate, changing the narrative, changing the words, just to hate on a person, then it's starting to be an obsession. Sky Sport, Beppe, we need to win in Europa League to qualify. We can prove Serie A wrong. But yeah, we need everything. I always told you that I don't know if the team that we have at disposal, with the coach we have at disposal, with the alchemy. I don't like to speak about individualities the main problem. We always have a thought that is making it difficult. I never believed in Juventus being the favorite in Europa League or having a lot of chances to win the Europa League. We were eliminated in Champions League, yeah? Guys, we were third. We were not even able to beat Maccabi Haifa in their stadium. So there are a lot of problems. Of course, we are second in Serie A. We are the best team after Napoli. Facts, huh? Facts. Serie A is lower. Serie A is a lower level. It's also a competition that is a marathon. You can have points, you can lose points, you have a possibility to go back after a difficult moment. You know that other teams will have their difficult moment. You level up. In Europa League or in Champions League, in European competition, after a moment, it's a knockout stage. There is no marathon chances to come back. Hey, if you flop versus not, whatever, huh? Whatever. Because there was some part where I saw a really beautiful Juve. Eh? Really beautiful Juve. But seriously beautiful. I was proud in certain moments to say, I was joking with my son because I joke with my son. I think I'm a good father, a funny father. I was joking. I said, where is Juventus? Give me back my old Juventus I was used to. Joking, of course. We were joking because we didn't understand. Where was Juventus all this season? Why were we playing the first 25 minutes with a fantastic Di Maria between the lines, able to find everyone, unmarking, pass accuracy was so high. And then we dropped down in our own and old ghosts of disappearing, or losing focus, being mentally weak in not being able to answer to one goal, die. Then I said, and people were not understanding it on Twitter, I wrote history of Juve in Europe, because this was it, guys. We hit the post, and I'm happy because when I posted it, people were mocking me, Allegri, boo boo, Allegri, because you never attack. And then you see a guy that, I believe it was Juve Edits, that did a really beautiful edit of going back to 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, every time there was, in these knockout stages, the post that is saving the other opposition team. So I have to say that in that game versus not, Juventus, they tried. They tried. But we were not good enough. But at least they tried. Not good. Not good. We had to score. On top of that, you add a penalty not given, a red card not given. It's not the first time, huh? The post that is always there. And Juventus. That is Juventus. Bad, huh? Beppe, ciao Lester. If Allegri leave at the end of the season, who would you consider for? I think it's impossible. It is impossible. But I make videos, guys. I make videos, but sometimes I think that you are not watching them, or that you that you forget. I will show you, guys. Okay, let me check. When did I do that video? I don't know where it is. I made a video where I was saying totally blocked. Totally blocked. But I don't know where it is. Super Trio, Sule, Super League is back. I have to find it back, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I could find it immediately. No, I can't find it immediately. I will have to find it back. But anyway, I was saying Juventus is totally blocked on the mercato. Juventus is blocked on the mercato. Why? Because we don't know. We don't know next season what will happen with Juventus. Will we be... Let's not even speak about the minus 15. Where will Juventus be? Europa League, Champions League, Conference League, no European competition, Serie A, Serie B, Serie A, but with minus 20 points, which makes it impossible to compete, to be in Europa League or in Europe next season, but probably also in Europe the next 2 seasons. You can't go to a player, I was speaking about it, you can't go to Ndika, to Grimaldo, that are free agents, that are free agents going there and say, you know what, we want you, we really want you in our club, come. And they will tell you, okay, but what are the certainties? What are you promising me? What will be our objectives? Who will be my partner? Will we still have Vlahovic on top? Will we have what? Explain. You don't know. Juventus is totally blocked. The minus 15 points, what they are doing to Juve, and again, I'm continuing to say, if you are guilty, you pay for your sins, as everyone in the world. But what they did to Juventus has huge consequences, a big impact for Juve, not only for this year, where there is one thing that I didn't 100% agree with Danilo in his article on Tuttosport. He said, next year we start again at 0 points with the same weapons as everyone. And no, because next year you start at 0 point, maybe, we don't even know. Let's say yes, you start at 0 points, but you totally lost a full 3/4 of a season not being able to start your strategy of mercato for next season. You can't approach guys, Grimaldo and Ndika, they are players that are for free and great players, good additions that we can take for Juve. And you can't. So if it's the same for the coach, huh? It's the same for the coach. Maybe Conte will say, I don't care, I want to leave Premier League because it's a toxic environment there, or I don't like Tottenham, whatever. I want to be closer to my family. I want to show Juventus that I love Juventus because I went to Inter. Mamma mia, my voice. I went to Inter and I want to make sure that the Juventini, they forgive me. So whatever will happen with Juventus, I want to be the coach again. That can be a possibility for Antonio Conte, and taking less salary. Zidane, guys, Zidane is a coach that manage egos. I never saw Zidane in a situation to manage a project of building a project from scratch with young players. So you can't go to coaches now. It's impossible. It's really impossible. It's really impossible. If you say to Zidane, okay, come Zidane, come to Juve, but okay, what are your mercato strategy? I don't know. Okay. And we approach a few players, they don't know, they are waiting. The only one that said yes is Fratesi. Vlahovic maybe can go to Real Madrid. If we don't go in Europe, we have to sell, we have to cash in. So Vlahovic will probably maybe leave. Fratesi can join. Okay. And which is the other striker? Holland, Mbappe, Lewandowski. No. We don't know. Da Gracca. You see, that's why I don't like me. I could make some videos about that's the new. Sorry, the new coach. Guys, I stop. I'm totally dying. I'm dying. Thank you for all of you guys. You were, as always, fantastic. I hope you enjoyed. Ciao to Arif, Raven, Bogdan, Lester. Maybe the same. Lester is the same. Buonanotte Mikey, ciao Probabilistic Skepticism, ciao Radovan, Sky Sport, Sir Raz, Stavros, Mohammed, and to all the people that were in the chat, Calogero, Galvano, Cyril 11, King Chiesa, Florian Ristea, Vito Pileggi, and all the people. You were fantastic. Thank you. Forza Juve, ciao.